Hisham, we are here after so many years. It's so amazing to see how both of us, actually, and I'll give it to both of us, how far we've come. And I have to congratulate you for that. We've been through a lot. HUWA started in 2017. So now we're 6 years later and we're in your first flagship store. And it's the first fullest men's jewelry store in Egypt.
And you're the first one to come in.
And I'm the first one. غالبا أنا أصلاً فتحته.
Yes.
But it's such a big milestone. يعني I think this is the dream of every designer, to get to that point where you have your own space that really can express your brand's DNA, can showcase your collections. How do you feel about this?
Scared. Stressed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, it's been a fun 6 years with all the good and the bad. You were with me from the beginning, from day one, when this was still a concept.
Yeah.
I guess I never imagined that I would be here. I wanted it, but I never imagined that it would happen this quick, actually.
Yeah.
The past 6 years have been a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that I learned going on because I come, like, you know, from a background that had nothing to do with jewelry.
صح.
But this was something that I loved and I'm passionate about. I love being here. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen the next 6 years. But getting here now, أنتي أول واحدة تبقي في المحل معايا. It's a really amazing feeling, but it's super scary.
I mean, I was the first one that you spoke to about the project when it was actually going out to the public
Yes.
in 2017.
I had the pieces, remember, I didn't know what to do with them. And I still wasn't sure about the name of the brand. I wasn't sure what to do. And I came to you and I told you, I'm like, listen, I have these pins.
I'm doing a men's jewelry
I want to do a
brand.
men's jewelry brand. And your first reaction was a big smile.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I want to do this, yeah.
That was the start of it. And and now we're here. So we have now, HUWA is divided into 3 sections. We have HUWA, the main line, which is the silver line. Okay. And then now we started also HUWA 18K, which is the fine jewelry for HUWA, which is gold and natural stones. And we have also, we're starting something called HUWA Lifestyle, which is lifestyle accessories inspired by our jewelry.
Okay.
So like pocket squares, like card holders, like keychains, and a couple more things that you'll see at the store soon. You'll see at
and you have HUWA Baby.
Yes,
and you have HUWA Baby.
Baby HUWA. Just also, we just finished it, and actually it's launching here in the store, and I'm super excited about it because I have 2 nephews that I love. Yeah. It's amazing. It's fun.
Amazing, amazing. Like, I can see it. Like, this is not the same person that came in with 1 pin telling me I want to start a jewelry brand, and then I look around and there's so much. I'm happy that we're actually here today on the first day that you're opening. Yes. At least in milestones, we're together hand in hand. And we have to keep this a tradition.
I think actually your appointment and your meeting today was the one that pushed me to
open the store.
Because if I had waited كان هيطلع كل شوية حاجة واتأخر
It's never going to be perfect. But it's never going to be perfect. You're always going to wait for that perfect moment to launch, that perfect moment to grow, it doesn't come. يعني كنا لسه بنتكلم في الموضوع ده with a class that I was mentoring the other day, and they're like, when do I feel I'm ready? You're never going to be ready. Just go for it and maneuver back through it as it comes. بالchallenges بكل حاجة اللي هتحصل. Just go. But I think it's going to PR itself. لأن أولاً you have a very strong audience base. You are very socially inserted. I think word of mouth travels fast, and I think it's the best form of PR regardless. يعني I think word of mouth is يعني بالذات بلد زي مصر in a second. يعني you say something, the whole world knows it.
Anna, for me, PR did miracles for us when we started. And I know PR is a vital part of any business. But honestly, with the store and being my first store, I was learning as I go. فما كانش عندي وقت
to think about the PR strategy.
The PR and the marketing and everything, but to just open. ان انا النجار يخلص الحاجه والورشه تخلص لي البيسز والمقاسات بتاعت كل حاجه تطلع مظبوطه وبعد كده I need to sit and think about it and see what's the strategy that we need to take to launch the store properly, to get people aware of it, to do all of that.
So you're a brand based here.
Yes.
But you have a very strong regional presence as well. حاسس انه it's had an impact كمان on the past 6 years of growing into the unique market that you're in, which is men's jewelry, and growing in that, whether it's here or in the region, like has PR helped that?
Of course. I think PR played a really, really crucial part in what HUWA is today because of how me and you positioned it when we first started.
Yeah.
I think we were both passionate about what we were doing. And I think if I wasn't passionate about what I did with HUWA, I wouldn't have a store now. There's a lot of great designers that make pieces for men, but this is the first dedicated men's jewelry store in Egypt to open.
Well, it's a unique market, fam. It's a very niche market.
What we did, me and you in the beginning with PR, and we targeted, I guess, the right men we were firm about how we presented the brand, that it's a men's jewelry brand, that we make pieces for every kind of man and a specific kind of man as well. I know jewelry is important and I love jewelry, that's why I went to it, but it's also how the person wears the jewelry that makes the piece. Yani, me and you can wear the same piece, but it looks totally different.
We can. That's why I'm saying, hey, we can.
But like, let's say not even like as a woman, as a man, me and my brother, we can wear the same pin, but it would look totally different on both of us. But also how the man wears the piece, that makes a huge difference. And I think me and you, we concentrate on that in our shoots that we did together, in the way we presented the brand, in the way we approached the men that we approached. We went to businessmen, we went to sportsmen, we went to men that dressed well, that had nothing to do with this industry. But how we played with it and how we positioned it, I think made a huge difference.
And I always try to explain, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So it's not about...
You told me this a couple of times, and actually we tried it, and it was very, like, in our face when we did it. There is some people that you have thousands and thousands of followers, but their audience are looking for something different. They're not looking for what you're offering. And other people have a fewer number of followers, but their followers want what you have.
Right.
Are looking for what they're wearing or what kind of jewelry they have. It makes a difference.
And it makes a difference to make sure you're choosing someone that represents your brand, embodies your brand somehow. فعلى حتى if they have the 3,000-4,000 followers, they might not be a lot, but they're probably real people. And they look at this person and they feel, that really resonates with them and with the brand. You said something actually that's interesting, because you said I targeted different men to endorse HUWA with. But I also feel the collection has also grown so much to have something for every type of man.
Yes.
Like you have the simple dainty pieces for someone that wants to go for a more classic look. You have the very extravagant, eccentric pieces that are more for someone that is bold or fayani. I think that also helps the type of product diversity that you have, even though you're specialized in one specific thing, which is men's jewelry. But how do you feel you've been able to use PR to express your DNA? Because like every brand, when you started, you had a strong DNA. I mean, already your name is a very strong DNA. It's HUWA because it's for him, but it's also Hisham Wali, wow, right? And so that's a very strong story that came together, and it came together perfectly. عشان كده كل ما اقول لك هي تقولي لا هو.
I got the logo tattooed.
Oh, you got it tattooed.
And when
You're so on brand.
But when someone told me like, what if something happens to the brand? I'm like, well then, let's not say that. Let's not talk about that. But second of all, it's my name. So
But how do you feel through the PR you're able to tell your story?
I think you put us in the right direction of knowing how to tell a story. Like you said, and you've told me this before, and now I know it because of being in the business, the story is very important. Like you said, the DNA of every brand is what makes the brand. It's not the pieces alone. It's not how you display them. It's the story about the pieces. When someone comes and looks at a specific ring, what was the design? What was the story? What was the concept of that ring or that necklace or that bracelet? Because when I wear something, jewelry is very personal. So when you wear it, it has to make you feel a certain way. فمثلا the men's cancer, the prostate cancer,
the prostate cancer campaign
that we did. That was a strong campaign that we did, and that was part of the story because we represented the man. We wanted to represent.
But also raising awareness towards something that is important.
Everything that has to do with the man. So that was something that we did. The PR behind that and the way we represented it fit the brand identity and fit the man that we're trying to target as well. When I dressed all the men's
نادي الأهلي
بالضبط, when they went for the World Cup to Russia, that was the Egyptian team. I'm an Egyptian brand. At the end of the day, yes, I'm an Arab brand. Alhamdulillah, we're trying to grow internationally and regionally, and we did it here. But the effect of it was not only in Egypt. The effect of it was seen by Dubai, by Saudi, by the region.
You also worked a lot on the PR for the region, كمان. يعني we did endorsements there together, but you also continued once you were working on your own. But بعد كده also you attended a lot of events. You went and networked. You tried to find as many connections as possible to help you grow the business there, which I always say is fundamental كمان. إنه there's a lot that can happen organically, but also as a brand owner, I really need to put myself out there. I really need to network. I really need to get to know people. It's hard. It's very hard طبعا.
And intimidating. And a lot of things because أنا yes, I'm a very social person, بس أنا ما بحبش أروح أطلب حاجة من حد أو إن أنا أروح ابقى vulnerable قدام حد. And when you have your own brand, لا, sometimes you have to do that.
Of course.
Sometimes you have to go.
And they might say no as well,
Yes.
by the way.
And it used to happen.
And they might say no, and
and you just have to laugh it off and you know, act like it was cool that you just got you know, dissed or and you know, you move on. But this is part of the job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone saying no or a challenge or so on, have you felt over the past 6 years you've had any setback or major challenge when it comes to communication or when it comes to PR? And how have you worked through that?
But you know, there's always challenges and stuff. And we're, like I said, and I feel like with HUWA, I'm always learning and I'm always developing and I'm always growing with it. So there's a lot of things that I don't know yet. I think مثلا the biggest hurdle was when I started. And I told you the story before, but أنا مثلا when I started, I approached different people and everybody was like, really? You're going to do men's jewelry? You're going to leave your job and the salary you have and the oil and gas industry that you've been working in for 10 years to do men's jewelry? Who are the men that are going to wear this?
Look at me now.
انت بتهزر يا هشام ومش عارف ايه وكده. قلت لهم ايوه بس I feel like I'm growing and I need to do something that I enjoy and this is
that
what
you're passionate about.
I feel like I enjoy this. I'm passionate about it. ولما جيت قعدت معاكي برضه you're like, you were very open about it. You're like, yes, let's try. This sounds like a really cool idea. But other people were telling me, لا ايه اللي انت بتعمله ده, you don't have any base, you don't have any, it's not a background. But we started. I think that was one of the hurdles and people were not used to.
I mean, it's one of the biggest setbacks that one can have when you're starting a new business and everyone around you is discouraging you because they don't feel it's either the right market or it's the right product for the existing market. يعني إحنا حتى when we started together, I think we said we're going to try this out and we had in mind the specific type of man. And then now so many more types of men have become customers and clients of the brand that maybe at the time we didn't expect. فاهم قصدي؟
Abroad, and I studied abroad. Abroad, I used to see it all the time. Cufflinks, pins, few brands international that are amazing and they do things for men that are out of this world. بس هنا في مصر or the Middle East in general, it was not very common.
It's classic. You have the classic cufflinks. The pins was not something you'd see around frequently. Now you see it at almost every wedding.
Every wedding or every event. Even corporate now, they do pins now with the logos of the company and stuff. 7 years ago, that wasn't the case. Now it's changed. I don't know if I can say I had a hand in doing that, but I'm happy I'm part of it.
I'm sure you did.
I'm happy I'm part of it. I think it was a hurdle in the beginning and it was a bit, like you said, you were still testing out the waters to see, but now I think it's amazing.
We've talked about what has set you back, but if I would tell you one specific campaign or pure stunt that you have done that was a pivotal moment for your business, which would that be? Anna, in my opinion, it was the first event you've ever done.
Actually, it was because it was very different and it was unexpected.
Why do you think it was a pivotal moment for the brand?
وقتها كان لسه برضو الناس فاكرة مش فاهمين أنا بعمل إيه. And they didn't know, was it jewelry, was it accessories, what am I going to show, what is men's jewelry? And I think what we did together that was very smart is that we did it in the place that we chose, how we did the event. And we did it in a cigar bar. We did it that we had like a live cigar station with people rolling cigars. We had a pianist playing. We had specific drinks. We had the display. We displayed everything in jewelry boxes as if it was fine jewelry. And وقتها كنت لسه بعمل بس حاجات فضة. I think the whole mood that we put people in and how we did it, people were shocked. And were impressed.
It was unexpected.
حتى وقتها فاكره الباز بعديها كان عامل ازاي.
It was very strong.
And people were like, who's this brand? Who's this brand? What's this brand? ايه اللي جابه في مين ده؟ بيعمل ايه؟ لأنه we went in super strong and no one expected it.
Speaking of offerings, what do you feel is next for HUWA? So you have the store now, but is there anything else that you're...
ننام شوية طيب؟
ممكن تنام.
ممكن ننام شوية بعد أرد عليك.
So you'd say the store is going to be your main focus.
Right now the store is the main focus.
Okay.
احنا the timing of the store هو جمع كذا حاجة تانية we're working on a few collaborations, we're working on trying to expand برا شوية وفي نفس الوقت الستور. بس my main focus will be the store. I think I want HUWA to grow. I want us to be a well-known men's jewelry house like the other brands that I aspire to be like. They have the men's, like the jewelry is the main line, and then they have the 20% or 15% that's accessories and other items that fit the brand.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to have the silver, the fine jewelry, and the accessories, where the man can walk in and find everything that has to do with his jewelry and accessories in one place.
Yeah.
الدبل بقى.
One-stop shop.
بالضبط. دبل, rings, money clips, tie clips, bracelets, necklaces, cufflinks, pins, pocket squares.
Everything.
I want the brand to grow. I feel like inshallah we have this first store. I want to open another store on the other side of town. And then أنا يبقى عندي هنا وهناك الناحيتين a store.
To tackle the market.
To tackle the market بالضبط. And then start back expanding برا. يعني I'm already working on that and I'm trying to go into a couple markets. And the pieces and the collections are ready to be seen abroad.
Yeah. You spoke about collaborations in the middle. Have you done, as a brand, any collaborations before?
I didn't do much, but we did one زمان مش فاكر إذا تفتكريه ولا لا بتاع أندريه مارشا اللي عملناه اللي كان the jewelry pieces وكان it was a Christmas New Year's collection also with a brand from Beirut and it was a beautiful brand مدروزي.
Madrouzi, exactly.
Yes, Madrouzi, and we did with them the passport covers where he was known for the stitching of the gold and black and silver thread onto the passport covers, and we did the metal pieces with the passport cover.
So it's not a product that you have selling in the store.
Yes.
You did something new through a collaboration of both of you doing something different.
But we added what he does with what I do. So I did the metal pieces, the brass or silver plated in gold and platinum, and we put it on his passport covers because he was known for that. With André Marchand also, when we did the jewelry, I hadn't done fine jewelry yet.
Yes.
And they did fine jewelry.
Yes.
So we actually designed the New Year's and Christmas pieces together, and it was 5-6 pieces only. But that was another thing.
Yeah.
We did another kind of collaboration with Karim Nagor, where we actually sat with him and we saw what colors he liked, what designs or what stones he liked, and then we took that inspiration and we did the pieces that we also did for that collection.
So you've done different types of collaborations.
We even did one with, remember, Hassan Gabr?
Yes.
And he's a sports figure. And what the pieces we did were all actually sports inspired, or they had a feeling of more the sporty guy that wants to wear it at the gym. And that was a really, really cool collaboration as well.
Yeah, it really was. A lot of brands that are starting do aspire to you as a brand and as Hisham. What would be your advice for brands that are looking to start this journey? I
just feel like if you have an idea that you're passionate about and you have a concept and you have بس حتى الفكرة or you know what you want, where you want to go ahead for it. You don't have to be ready. You're never going to be ready. And we were talking about this with the store now. Try it out. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. If it works, then amazing. Go with it, grow it, see what you need to do. It's a learning process always. ما فيش حد, in my opinion, and maybe other people have it already under control and they know everything they want. بس أنا مثلا, أنا شخص, I feel like I'm always learning. And I'm always gaining from other people. Listen to other people. Take advice. Even if it's critical advice that's bad, that you didn't want to hear, take it. And see where it takes you. I think especially the first 2 years are always the hardest. Like I always say they're still very hard. I think you grow thick skin شوية. فاهم يعني the challenge بقيت you start facing it a bit lighter, depending طبعا على challenge. Your reaction is different. Well, I think a lot of people don't know, they're not aware because Nancy is very behind the scenes. My sister is my partner. And but she likes to be behind the scenes, but because I have her with me, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
We throw ideas to each other. Sometimes both of us have no clue what we're going to do, but بنشجع بعض. You know what? Let's do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? We'll deal with it. زي ما انت بتقولي ما فيش حاجة, you can never know what's going to happen. Let's go for it and try.
Well, that's perfect advice because I always try to say that.
But the problems get bigger.
The problems do, but
the bigger the business.
But your problem-solving skills get
much better.
Get a bit better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for this.
Thank you.
Thank you for all this insight. It's been lovely to have having this conversation with you, and I hope it's useful for other people watching.
And it's value for us to be sitting here today with this opening in this place, having this conversation. It means a lot.
Thank you.